Hello everyone, I am Mahadev Khanderao, Assistant Professor, Department of ENC from Gosia College of Engineering. Today we will be covering about Digital Signal Processing Lab using MATLAB for the VTU 5th sem. Today we are going to start about the MATLAB, that is DSP laboratory. We have a tool called as MATLAB, that is Matrix Laboratory there. So once this MATLAB is installed, we have to create a folder by our own name or with the help of whichever the lab. Now in this particular document, we have installed the lab and we have the path there. Open the MATLAB. Now in this MATLAB there is nothing. So I'm just creating one folder by name DSP lab there. DSP lab. Okay. So now the MATLAB software is opened. Okay. Now you can observe here. This is the MATLAB version in the left topmost corner. What we have here, MATLAB 7.6. There is a 2008 versions what we have here, and you can observe we have three windows basically here. One is current directory here, another one is command history, this particular location, whatever the histories are there, and this is the command window. So these are the basic three windows which are very important, visible when you open the MATLAB software. And MATLAB here, basically MATLAB means matrix laboratory. So anything which is represented in terms of matrix, that can be executed with the help of a MATLAB there. That's why this particular concept has evolved here. So that is matrix laboratory. And this matrix laboratory is into a vast field. There is no field restrictions here. It's not only the electronics people, electrical, computer science, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, any person, any branches or any data which can be represented in terms of matrix, that can be used and perform certain operation with the help of this particular matrix laboratory software there. So this is the most basic concepts of the matrix laboratory. Now let us see the simple basic operations of MATLAB there, what we have. So first let us see how this MATLAB is represented. It can take any data whatever we have. Now let us see a is equal to 1. So I'm just assigning the value of a, then b is equal to 2. So the value of b gets displayed, and this we are writing it in a command window. Once whatever you're writing it in a command window, the history is visible in the command history there. Okay, now let us see a basic simple operation. C is equal to a plus b. So simple operation of addition is being carried out. Similarly, if you want to perform an operation of d is equal to c minus a, you can see c is 3, 3 minus a is 1, that is 2. So answer is 2. So we have a data operations here. Now if you want to multiply the operations, e is equal to d star b. So d is 2, b is 2, it is 4. So any mathematical expressions can be simple executed there. Okay, next let us see how these particular operations are there. Now you can observe along with this, all the data are represented in terms of here a matrix form there. Okay, this is the current directory is what we have. All the data values, it is showing one value because a I have given 1, so it is 1 by 1 matrix. B also have given 1, so it is 1 by 1 matrix. Okay, C I have given the simple addition, so we have got it addition value there. So this is the representation of a values what we have done it in a MATLAB there. Okay, now let us see the representation in terms of matrix. So a is equal to, now data representing in matrix we have to give it. Now let us see, 1 row 4 column, 1 2 3 4. Okay, I have given the a values with the matrix of 1 row 4 column, that is 1 2 3 4. Now let us see how it is getting displayed. So now if you observe, value of a is 1 2 3 4 here in the command window. Same thing is updated in the command history. Now observe the matrix in the current directory. Previously a was value was 1. Now if you click on this, it is showing 1 cross 4. So 1 2 3 4. So 1 row 4 column. So this is how it is represented in a MATLAB there. Okay, Now you can just check it out for the B also. Now here B value, if you observe, is 2. Now I will just change the value of B. B is equal to a new matrix values 4, 3, 2, 1. Now observe here the value of B gets changed. So automatically the matrix value inside the B is being updated to the new value. Now let us see the simple addition value. C is equal to A plus B. Okay. So now if you see A plus B plus is C, so you can see the matrix value. So whatever we are doing the operation in command window, that is updated in the respective history also, as well as in the current directory folder there. Okay, clear? This is just for your information to know there. So that's why it is called as matrix operation. Any multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, that can be performed very easily here. Now let us see a simple function, that is sine wave function there. Okay, how that particular sine wave can be seen there. So what we have is f. Let us take a frequency f is equal to 2 hertz. So I have got the frequency as f is equal to 2 hertz, and let us have a sample in the time domain t is equal to 0 colon 0.001 100 samples over 1. Now what is the meaning of this? Starting value is 0. In the interval of 0.001, 1000 samples have been done here, because it is 3 decimal point what we have taken there, and the highest value is what? 1. So this increment takes place from 0, 0.001, 0.002, 0.003 till it reaches 1 value. So this is the samples what we need. So observe here, all the sample value of t's are taken here. If you want to verify, you can verify it here in the matrix column what we have here. Okay, next let us see a simple sine wave operation. Now let us take a magnitude. A is equal to, capital A is equal to sine. So all the keywords of the MATLAB are written in small case. Now here sine function has a keyword of sin, sine. Close the bracket. Sine function is 2 pi f. So 2 star pi is pi here, the inbuilt function what we have there, into f, the whatever the frequency what we have given there, into how many samples we need, that is t. So if you observe that a is getting a value of sine of 2 pi f t. So this is a simple sine function what we have there. So let us see what is happening. So all the sine value we have got it here. So if you want to verify it, we can easily check it out. Now let us see whether what are we have done is correct or wrong by plotting a graph. So we have a simple statement plot, plot. Okay, so time domain with the amplitude. So if I write this particular statement syntax plot and then press enter, we can observe that the graph has been plotted there. Continuous signal of a MATLAB what we have executed there. So automatically the pop-up window comes by giving the name as figure 1, and this is the continuous signal. The plot instruction gives the continuous results. Okay. Stem T comma A. So you can observe that all the samples in the discrete form it is shown stem. So this is the execution of a stem instruction there. Okay. So stem is an instruction which shows the result in the discrete format.
If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for further notification.